Dear Chair and distinguished members of the INTOSAI-Donor Cooperation Steering Committee, I am very honored to be invited to share my experiences in our efforts over the last 3 years to not only revise Somalia's antiquated legal framework, but also to ensure more independent SAI. Internationally, Somalia is regarded as a very complex context. Indeed, transparency and accountability reforms are contested in our country, and corruption is perceived high. From an international perspective, an independent SAI is what the country needs to address its problems, but is also by some regarded as an unrealistic task. The international community often points to the challenging political landscape and practical limitations as real insurmountable roadblocks. When I came to office in 2017, my top priority was to ramp up efforts to modernize the audit bill as a key component to our new strategic plan. Now, 3 years later, we're very close to having a new and legitimate bill in place. Parliament approved the new bill early this year and merely awaits submission to the President for final signing. The bill is not perfect, as with all legislative bills. Compromises were made in some areas of the independence. However, I'm pleased to report that by and large, the bill is on par with international standards, something Somalia has long awaited to achieve. And although we have not crossed the finish line, we're very optimistic that it is in fact possible, even in a country like Somalia, to gain acceptance for a modern audit bill. So how has this been possible? Let me try to share some reflections of my experience and lessons learned from the process. Firstly, I think we have come far in a relatively short period of time for a legal reform of this degree in a complex case such as Somalia, where various actors play competing roles to slow the process. Knowing the great deal of cooperation required to initiate the mass support, we invited the Ministry of Justice to take part from the onset. Also, we brought in assistance from the IDI and the World Bank to engage key stakeholders on the ground in Mogadishu and adjust the bill. And most importantly, we consulted technical advisors to Parliament. As a leader, I have benefited from the success in bringing these various actors together, and I know that a true solution is only a result of a great cooperation towards a strong common goal. Secondly, I cannot begin to stress how important it was to gain the support from the head of the state and various other prominent members of the Parliament and ministers to our strategy of developing a new audit bill. While there have been critical voices to a modern audit bill, I think we have managed to communicate consistently that an audit bill in line with international standards will help modernize Somalia, hold public servants accountable, allow transparency to thrive, and ultimately build a stronger economy. My office is not the sole answer to Somalia's challenge, but I have tried both formal and informal fora to build a shared understanding of an independent side as one solution to these challenges. I have also spent quite a lot of time trying to explain each of the elements of the proposed bill and what they mean to various stakeholders. Thirdly, my impression is that the international diplomacy has contributed to move the bill forward. Although the International Monetary Fund did not include the audit bill as part of their benchmarks for the debt relief, the audit bill was raised in various high-level dialogues with government as a priority and a key component to the country's debt relief strategy. IDI, for example, through the SAI Independence Rapid Advocacy Mechanism, contributed greatly by submitting a public statement on the bill to the President, the Prime Minister, Parliament, and all diplomatic missions in Somalia. That statement set a standard for the final deliberations. At the same time, I believe a stronger technical support from the international community geared towards Parliament could have made the process smoother. In Somalia, it's not enough to propose a modern bill with quality justifications, as one needs to ensure these arguments are shared and explained well to gain political will necessary to succeed. In this regard, it's also my duty as the Auditor General to fight for the independence and authority of the office to fulfill my mandate. Here, the international community can play an essential role in supporting government in encouraging sound technical process and access to relevant legal expertise, while also respecting the sovereignty of the state and critical democratic debate. Finally, I want to reiterate my gratitude to the international community and commend the progress made so far by the various actors and politicians involved. Today, I am more optimistic the audit bill will be signed in 2020. My office is resolutely focused on the steps ahead. Somalia will have a more effective external audit, well-managed resources, and attract more investment that foster growth and development. We will stay committed to solving serious governance problems with unquestionable integrity, and our hard work will truly pay off. I believe our work thus far demonstrates that even when faced with complex challenges, you can always dream big, fight hard, and realize true progress. Thank you.